the one, the only Benzion. Good morning and welcome to Yeshiva YouTube. Iyun Benzion. Today's daf is Nazir daf Samach Dal, number 64. I want to talk about the end of today's daf Samach Dal and Beis, where the Gemara is talking about a unique case of Yoledes. Yoledes, a woman who gives birth to a daughter, let's say, and after 14 days of giving birth to the daughter, and she doesn't see any menstrual blood, she goes to the mikveh. And then she has 66 days, right? The beginning of Parshas Tazria talks about this. 66 days, she has to wait. You made Tara, Dam Tara, any blood she sees is considered Tahor. The 81st day, the 80th day is the days are complete. On the 81st day, she brings the karbanos of Yoledes. And she's allowed to eat kachim, and those are the halachas of Yoledes. Now, let's say in the middle of those 80 days, she has a miscarriage. So there's a miscarriage before day number 80, I'm going to say. So the korban Yoledes she's bringing on the 81st day exempts the miscarriage, right? If a baby was a fetus was 40 days old, and then you had a miscarriage, you also have to bring a korban Yoledes for that. But if it came before, so you're exempted. That's part of the Torah talks about in the pasuk. Umlos yemei tara, yom los tavi, tok melos lo savi. The Gemara says only if it happens on the day where she's completing her tara, so then she is not exempted. Before that, on the 60th day, she is exempted. Now, the Gemara has a brayso, the Sanya, a little towards the middle of Sang that I love. Yom melos tavi, tok melos lo savi, which is basically the halacha. Now, if you look in the art scroll, they explain Yom Melos Tavi, in footnote number 14 on 64b1. 14. The term is based on the wording of Leviticus 12:6 and refers to day 81, which is the woman's sacrifice day. 81. That's Yom Melos. Okay, the 81st day. So if she has a miscarriage on the 80th day, it's exempted. The 81st day is not exempted. Now, there's a problem at the end of the Gemara where the Gemara says, the Gemara is trying to prove that Abaye retracted something that he said. He said, Herav Shemesh, even after you go to the mikveh, Herav Shemesh is not so significant. Once you go to the mikveh, it's basically your tar, even though you have to wait to eat truma till the night. It's not, it's Shimsha Mamela Arva, the Shemesh is, the sun is always going to set. It always happens. So it's like it already said, even though you're at full yom, you went to the mikveh. Now, the Gemara asks, Hasanami Michsar Herav Shemesh. The reason that if she has a miscarriage on day 60 is because she has more karbanos yet. So similarly, even if she has it on day 80, right, after she went to the mikvah, she needs Herav Shemesh. And the Gemara, the brayso says that if she has a miscarriage, Tok Melos, right, so then she's not exempt. She's going to bring two karbanos, one for the daughter, one for the miscarriage. Now, the question that the article is bothered by here in footnote number 23 is that it's difficult to understand that she is lacking sunset. It implies that she's on the 80th day, she's going to the mikvah. She doesn't go to the mikvah on the 80th day. She goes to the mikvah on the 14th day. And then she waits 66 days. She doesn't go to the mikvah on the 80th day. So what's the Gemara talking about? She needs Herav Shemesh. So this is the question the article is bothered by. The Rosh is also bothered by. The Rosh says this is talking about a case where she didn't go to the mikvah on the 14th day. She waited until the 80th day to go to the mikvah. I have a different answer to this question. No, she went to the mikvah on the 40th day. Right? But once you go to it's a long, usually when you go to the mikvah, you wait Herav Shemesh, you wait till the night, right? Like the first Mishnah in Mesechus Brachos, right? The Kohanim, they are full yom, they go to the mikvah. And then once Shkias HaChama comes, or Seitz Kochavim comes, like Gemara says in Brachos, so then they can eat Truma. But before that, they're considered a Tvul Yom. Once she goes to the mikvah, it's a long Tvul Yom. That's really what it is. Like in other places, compares it to a Tvul Yom. Right? The fourth day she goes to the mikvah. She's a Tvul Yom until the end of day number 80. The 81st day she brings her karbanos. That's all the Gemara is saying over here. The Gemara is saying, right, because it's only a problem according to the article. His article translated that if she has a miscarriage on Yemei Melos, right, they say the 81st day. But my explanation is Yom Melos, the day when she finishes, the 80th day, not the 81st day, the 80th day. And the 80th day, so that's what the Gemara is asking, right? If she has Yom Melos, which is the 80th day when she's completing her term, right? So she still needs Herav Shemesh. She's not Tahor yet. So therefore, why should she bring two karbanos on Yom Melos? If she has a miscarriage on Yom Melos, on the 8th day, why should she bring two karbanos? She needs Herav Shemesh. On the 81st day, right, where she's bringing a korban, so you need 2 korbanos already, because you're already chayiv to bring 2 korban for the daughter, and not korban for the miscarriage. But Yom Malos, right, she needs Erev Shemesh. She went to the mikvah on day 14. She's a long tvul yom. She needs Erev Shemesh to wait till the end of the 80th day, Shkias Achama, to eat Truma. So that's the Gemara is asking. The Gemara is saying, that's Yom Malos. That is Yom Malos, not the 81st day. Yom Malos is the 80th day. And then the Gemara answers, Abaye says, Erev Shemesh is not significant. Erev Shemesh is not significant. The whole period from day 14 to 80 is not significant. She went to the mikvah already, right? Now, obviously the question is, so why she has a miscarriage on day 40? It's also Erev Shemesh. So the answer is, I think practically, that even when Abaye says, Shimsha Memela Arva, the Shemesh is always going to set, right? It's too far away. When she has a miscarriage on day 40, you're going to say on the day 80th, the sun already set. Once we get to day 80, you can say, the afternoon is the same thing as a couple hours later when the sun is going to set, or even the morning. The sun is going to set at the end of the day. You don't say the sun is going to set in 66 days, even though that's the way of the world. The world can change. Within one day, you usually assume what's going to happen. So to say the sun is going to set in 66 days, it's a little too much. To say the sun is going to set tonight, that makes sense. Therefore, if she's Tameh B'Yom Malos, which is the 80th day, in the middle of the 80th day, then she has to bring 2 korbanos already, because like the sun already set, she's already tahora, and therefore she has to bring a separate korban for the miscarriage. That's the way I'd like to understand it. I hope you enjoyed today's share. See you in the next one.